So the Pain single was, you said you revamped it and
Right.
it was re-released on vinyl.
Right.
Probably 89.
Yes.
Or so.
88, 89.
Okay. And that was a little bit different sounding. All
Yeah,
right.
it was under a different production company. I want to try to remember the name of the company.
Fast Forward Productions.
Thank you. That's it. Fast Forward.
Okay.
Man, you're good.
Cool.
Man, you're good.
All right.
Yep,
Okay.
white and red record. Or white paper with red lettering on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. You got one of those I can buy from you. You got two of them, right?
I got two of them.
Okay.
I got two of them.
All right.
I do. They're sitting in
want.
storage. I got to find them.
All right.
I got you.
Right on. Right on.
It's on the tape. So everybody see. They hear it. So yeah, I got two of them.
Cool. How many of those vinyls were pressed up?
100.
Okay.
That's it.
All right.
No more. 100. And on the flip side was a song called Still Housing. That's the song that I got played on FM 102. That's the one that really got me going as far as a name. So I took the sample, of course, from Parliament. You know that I feel like pumping it up. Boom, 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 boom. And so I sampled that and put that in there. And so it was more of a dance tune at that particular time. The funny thing is, man, listening to that song right now, I sound so much like a kid. I was like, man, was I ever that young? I was like, yeah, I was that young. Right. Yeah. So it was actually cool. So it was a two-sided 12-inch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, so
Of course, all of them have two sides, but two songs, two tracks.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
But Still Housing wasn't on the tape, though.
Still Housing was not on the tape.
You hadn't even wrote it yet, you think? Or it was...
No. On the tape, I hadn't even wrote it.
Yeah.
I haven't even wrote it. I wrote that specifically, and the rap was actually written by Young Dre D.
Really?
The rap was written by Young Dre D. People don't know it. We're cousins.
There it is.
We're cousins.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
Damn. Okay, so he wrote some of your
He
lyrics?
wrote Still Housing.
Just Still Housing?
Yeah, just Still Housing.
Okay.
Yeah, he wrote that.
Dang. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
See, even back then in the day, man, people have ghostwriters. Some things I would rap, and sometimes other people rap stuff. I'm like, oh man, that's dope. You know, can I use it? Like, yeah, man, to do it. And so we would all do favors for each other like that. And especially I don't know if you're going to talk about, you know, him and Bowlegs in the album that I produced. You know, the Two Black Bastards.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll
to
get
this
to
day,
that.
I still love that name.
Yeah, right? Two Black Bastards.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Shit. Okay. So that is cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
To share the lyrics like that. Yeah. It's like someone might be like, "Man, that's Still Housing. You came hard on that." You're like, "Thanks, man." It's like, and yeah, it was like, you know, the home.
No, I always.
But you still.
When you
rap,
see the
so.
12-inch, no, I always gave him his credit. Even when you look on the 12-inch, it says written by A. Dinkins. That's Andre Dinkins.
Okay.
Young Dre D.
Right on.
Andre Dinkins.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Man, so that's your cousin.
No, I always give people their credit, man. I'll never steal a man's thunder. Never. If you did it, you did it. I'll tell the people, oh man, you had somebody write for you? I sure did. It was good.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
It's no different than me doing music for them.
Right.
You know, no different from me doing the music. They gave me my props. Oh, Bumpin' D produced it. Hey, if you wrote a rap for me, then I'll do it. Most of the raps that I wrote were mine, but I believe the only two people that I ever have write for me was Young Dre D and Mac Ice, which is now Ransom. Mm-hmm. I believe those are the only two people who wrote rhymes for me.
Okay.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Just those two.
Did Dre D have any tapes or songs in the 80s, like before Living in the Heights dropped in 92?
Living in the Heights.
Before that, did he have some music?
No, I believe that was the first track that he dropped, and that was my track.
Okay.
Yeah, that was that was my track that I produced.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey. Whoa, yeah. Ballin', yeah. Yeah. Ooh.
Hey, Larry.
The heights, the heights, the heights, the heights. Oh man. Ballin'. And Robert Brookins sung the hook.
The heights, and this is how it is. You're living in the heights. The heights, the heights, the heights, the heights. And that's how it is when your ass is in the heights.
Living in the heights. That was the anthem for our hood, man. I don't know what I was thinking when I was making that beat, but we were just vibing. Me, him, and Bowlegs. Oh, and I think there was another rapper that was in there too. I can't remember the other rapper, man. But yeah, man, we really had fun recording that, man. Really had fun.
We'll get to that in a sec. Okay,
Yeah.
so that was his first thing. Okay. But he was your cousin. So is he a little, I mean, he's your cousin.
Yeah, he's my cousin.
Okay. Was he younger or older than you?
He's younger than I am, but we're
Okay.
basically the same age. Yeah,
Okay,
he's young.
just a
He's
little-
younger than me.
little
Yeah,
younger.
just a couple of years.
Okay. Cool, man. So, alright, so 1990, Ultimate Sounds.
Yes.
How did the group form?
You know what? By osmosis.
Yeah.
You know what? I met Alvin D. And we were thinking about having the name at first. The first name that we had put was One Man and the DJ.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I was still bumping T, One Man and the DJ. And then, Hammer was getting big, the dance moving and stuff like that. And like I told you, I loved all music and I was never a gangster. Never. That was never my full 100-inch. Now, I have gangster tendencies. I come from a ghetto and gangster family. But me, truly, I have residue of a gangster, but my heart is not, well, I can't say that. What you see now is learned behavior. So I learned how not to be a gangster. But I like dancing. I like the funness of it, because all that seriousness, the shooting and stuff like that, and friends getting killed, I got tired. I got sick of seeing that. I got sick of seeing it. So Ultimate Sounds was formed. Me and Alvin D hooked up, One Man and the DJ. Then we incorporated dancers, and then we just called it Ultimate Sounds. Because if you're going to have dancers and all that other stuff, I wanted them to be a part of it. And so we just like, okay, well then we're just going to make an Ultimate Sound, and we're just going to bring all of it to everybody. So yeah, that's how Ultimate Sounds came to be. So, and I met Alvin D for him doing his satellites with FM 102.5.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where'd Swirl come in?
Dancer.
He was the dancer.
He was a male dancer.
Okay.
The owner of Fast Forward Records, that's his auntie.
Right. Okay.
So that's how we met Swirl.
Okay.
So Swirl was a male dancer, and we were looking for some dancers, and that's how he came in. And when Swirl went out there to dance, we didn't need no other dancers with him. He just went out there and did his things. And back then, if you saw how he looked, he's still a good-looking guy, light-skinned guy. And of course, like I said, he was a male dancer. The women went crazy over him. Crazy.
Okay. Huh.
Good dude.
Yeah.
Good dude, man. Had a lot of fun with Swirl. So that's how we met Swirl.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. All right. So you guys, so you guys got Angelique again for that album.
Correct.
Okay,
Correct.
cool.
Like I said, by that time, because I went to Highlands High School, Angelique had graduated from Highlands by then, and we're all friends in the same circle. So everybody pretty much that we were producing with, other than Player P and Alvin D, we were all from the same neighborhoods. And Grant High School and Highlands High School, because I played so much ball, we were all rivals. We were all rivals, so we all knew each other. We played a circuit, and then when I played Pop Warner football, I played for the Highlands Chargers.
Okay.
So I would leave my neighborhood, me and my brother, go play for their neighborhood, because I believe at the time, my neighborhood, Del Paso Heights, didn't have a Pop Warner team. They did have one that was called the 49ers, but I think it went defunct. So we would drive across town. The parents would take us over there. And so that's how we got to know all the children over there. And she was a cheerleader back then during our Pop Warner years.
Okay.
So I had known her for a long, long time. Yeah.
Dang. Okay.
Yeah. So all part of one little close neighborhood.
Man.
Yeah.
So all right. So Payne didn't make it onto that.
Mm-hmm.
But the Still Housing from earlier. That made it onto the Ultimate Sounds.
Right. Well, Still Housing didn't come until later. That was a song that was specifically made to go on that 12-inch. So Still Housing never made an album.
Okay.
So the only time that it was released is only on that.
Wasn't that on Ultimate Sounds as well? Still Housing.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. So Still Housing was kind of made in between, because Swirl was there. It made the vinyl of the 12-inch of Pain,
Yeah.
and then it made the album of Ultimate Sounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was that the same version, or was it revamped for Ultimate Sounds?
Everything. I revamped everything.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
constantly revamp
Updated,
songs. Always.
Cool.
Always.
Yeah. Why not? Huh?
Yeah, so it's going to be funny. If you listen at the earlier music, you'll see that things changed, or I'll take a rap here. I didn't like the music there, and I'll use the rap over here. You know how sometimes you go in the studios, the versions that you hear come to light, they may have 30 other versions that they recorded that never made the light of day.
Mm-hmm.
Never made the light of day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's funny how that happens in music.
For sure.
Yeah.
Cool. But yeah, the version on the rhythm is hard.
Yeah.
Still Housing, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the opening track.
Yes.
There's that little intro in the beginning.
Right.
That's your ex-wife?
Yes.
Okay. Right on.
That sound is in the house. Talking about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my wife. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Ex-wife.
Right on. Shoot. All right. And then Laid Back was a dope track.
Yeah.
Hell Below
Laid Back.
Zero.
Hell Below Zero.
I mean, yeah, I was listening to that on the way here. I'm
Mac
like,
Ice, 14 years old.
Yeah.
14 years old.
He was going crazy.
Step to me. You see, I got no time to play. Oh my God. Oh.
You walk. You walk. You walk.
Bumpin' T and Mac Ice.
You walk
Yeah,
through the
hell
valley
below
of the
zero.
shadow
Know
of
what I'm saying? All you suckers frontin' and still
You
think
walk
I
through the
couldn't
valley-
come off no more?
You
Now you're
walk
gonna
through the
have a
valley of-
whole new attitude. Know
You
what
walk
I'm
through the
saying?
valley of the shadow of Mac.
Step to me. No, I have no time to play. Doing empty like a haircut and fade away. I started rapping, see, I grab ya. Have MCs falling like Niagara. False pauses, I make laws. Now sit as Mac takes charge. A stray MCs got the mic and round them up. Let the lyrics flow. It's gonna pound them up. Grind you, find your mind. I'm not wasting time. This is how I'm gonna draw the line. Ripping through MCs, cause of chaos. See, all you fools ain't nothing but layoffs. So lay off, stay off. Myself, Mac with money, you wouldn't like to pay off.
I would never want to battle that dude back then.
Really?
Never.
Dang.
Never. Mm-mm. And our mothers happened to be friends. So he grew up in, he was raised up in Cleveland up until then. And his mother had moved back here. And so his mother and my mother were church friends. So he and his elder sister, Jonia, they would always come by the house. And then that's when I had my keyboard. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, oh, yeah, man. And then he was like, yeah, I rap and all that other stuff. And I was like, and I was just blown away. Blown away by his talent. I'd never seen anybody, of course, and that's early stage of rapping, man. That young, that talented, spitting that fast.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you were both really killing it on this tape, man. So yeah, there was 9 songs.
Yeah, and Angelique's son laid back, who was with New Choice. That same girl that sung Pain.
Okay, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Shit. How did that go, man? With that tape? Do you remember how many of those you pressed up? You guys have pressed?
It was always between 100 and 150.
Okay. Well, wow. That's it.
Always between. That's it.
Damn.
That's it. Because back then, man, people really didn't know what they were doing, and then there were no loyalties. There were no loyalties to anybody. You know, plus also too, people were working. You know what I'm saying? Unless you were a D-boy, you didn't have that money to bankroll. You know, the owner of Fast Forward Records, she was a cashier at Lucky Market. You know what I'm saying? Swirl's auntie. Wonderful lady. You know, they didn't have, and you go through life's challenges and stuff like that, then you have to sit it down. You make that initial money, but then also too, if you weren't in the business and didn't know the game, they just come in, drop a little things, bust you all up. you know, and that was it. And like I said, there was a story behind that with Affiliated Click. I thought they were the most talented people that I had worked with, and I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that we were going to make it. And I told them, like I said, that's a different story, but yeah, it's a different story.
Yep, coming to that. Alright. So that was only on tape, Ultimate Sounds.
Only on tape, other than,
Later on.
well, because if you look at it, the vinyl was Ultimate Sounds, the 12-inch. That's Ultimate Sounds too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was only a cassette tape for the 9 tracks,
Yeah.
and then the single was the 12-inch of Pain and Still Housing.
Yeah.
That was all Ultimate Sounds with Fast Forward Records. No, one was Rhythm Street Records, I believe, and one was Fast Forward. See, that's what I'm saying. I was in between doing different things with different people. One stop, I kept moving, but the tracks still belonged to me. And I'm like, hey, forget your name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I own the rights to these songs, and that's why I would just change it up and keep it pushing.
Okay. So you guys did some shows around that time?
A lot of shows.
Yeah.
I can't remember all the shows.
Okay. High schools, backyard parties.
Man, everything.
Yeah.
We did shows with H. Wood when he would because he would put on his own shows and do like his own tours. DJI night. We would all group together and we'd all just he'd rent out a hall and we just get up there, charge people, and come in and rap. I did shows Rancho Arroyo where we opened up for Shaka Khan's daughter. They had a group called Pretty in Pink. Yeah, Pretty in Pink. Yeah, I didn't meet Shaka Khan, but her daughter was very nice. A tiny little girl too. I was like, man, I couldn't believe how tiny she was. Just very short. But so we did Rancho Arroyo. I would say the biggest show that I did. Let me see. These are the artists that I opened up for. MC Breed, who did No Future in Your Frontin'.
Nice.
I met Digital Underground there because they came to the show. That's where I got the chance to meet Shock G. I can't remember meeting Money B, but I definitely met Shock G. He gave me his card, and I wind up talking to him. Nothing ever came, to fruition for that, but I know I believe I visited their studios coming down here when I was working with some other people down here. Who else did I open up for? The biggest show that I did was with DJ Quick, Color Me Bad, and Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch. Opened up for them. It was Spring Jam 1991 in Sacramento.
Cal Expo.
Cal Expo. Man, you good. Man, how you going to be this young and remember all this stuff that I done forgot?
That's because I just on the last interview, like some other people were open for that show too.
Yeah.
That Spring Jam comes up a lot.
Yeah, it was huge.
People, yeah, it comes up in a lot.
It was packed.
Yeah.
DJ Quick, I don't care what nobody say, man. That's one of the coolest dudes you would ever want to meet. And that's why I said I had pictures of that with me, DJ Alvin D, meeting with, and if you ever hook up with Alvin D, he can probably tell you more behind the scenes. But man, DJ Quick was so cool. So cool, man.
Right on.
Yeah, it's one righteous dude, man.
That's cool, huh?
Yeah.
You meet like a big artist like that. That's down to earth and cool. Yeah.
Very humble, man.
Right on.
Yeah.
Did Raw Deal perform at that Spring Jam as well?
I believe he did.
Yeah.
I believe he did.
Okay.
I can't remember when I believe he went on before we did.
Okay.
We went because Alvin was connected with 102.5, and that's who it was sponsored by. They put us on. So we actually got to go, I believe, like pretty late in the show.
Nice.
Yeah, we're pretty late in the show. I think about 1 or 2 acts before the big artists started coming on. Yeah. Like I said, I didn't get a chance to meet Mark Wahlberg. I believe we kind of passed by Color Me Bad, but the only one that we really got to meet was DJ Quick.
Okay.
Yeah, that was awesome. And of course, I met, like I said, MC Breed, Shock G, Shaka Khan's daughter. Of course, because I was signed with Robert Brookins during some of that time. Later, when I performed with Pretty in Pink, I got to meet Philip Bailey, of course, Earth, Wind, and Fire. When Robert passed away, they came to his funeral at Grant High School. So that was pretty cool, man.
Right on.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Right on. So, was that What was the biggest show you did? Probably the
Spring Jam.
The Spring Jam. Yeah.
Spring Jam. Because, I was married and had kids. So by that time, man, I'm married. I got young kids. I wasn't doing traveling. I still had a regular day job. Still got a day job. So, so I never made a lot of money, but I got great experiences. Great experiences.
That's what it's all about, man.
Yeah. Great experiences, great memories.
Cool. All right, let's talk about Third Degree.
Third Degree is just Ultimate Sounds.
Okay. That was just a short-lived name.
Yeah, Third Degree is just Ultimate Sounds, just new dancers.
Okay.
That's all. It's just Ultimate Sounds, me, Ransom, Swirl, and Alvin D. He came in a little bit later. Third Degree was Alvin D, more prevalent. And then I had I had 4 dancers. I had 2 male dancers and 2 female dancers. Okay, 2 male dancers. One of the dancers, his dad was the pastor of my church. Another one, and the other male dancer, that was his best friend. And one of the female dancers was the best friend's future wife. That was his girlfriend at the time. And then the other dancer was her best friend. So see, it's all local. And then the 2 girls, they went on to dance with MC Hammer.
Whoa.
That's why they stopped dancing with me.
Oh, bummer. Better opportunities, huh?
I don't hate on nobody. I'm like, y'all go.
Yeah.
Do what you're doing. They're all good kids, wonderful kids, sweet kids. So Third Degree is just Ultimate Sounds 2.0.
Okay.
That's it.
So you changed the name to Third Degree?
Yeah, Third Degree.
Okay.
Under Ultimate Sounds, 'cause like I said, Ultimate Sounds, that's when and then Third Degree, I didn't want to be the front man. I didn't want to be the front man. I just wanted to do music. I just wanted to be creative in the studio. Okay. That's where my love was. And so that's why after that, you never saw anything released. Have you noticed that? That nothing was ever really released. After that Ultimate Sound in 1990, nothing released up until Slumpulation 1997. Strictly producing.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, man. Okay. So that was like 92. You produced Living in the Heights.
Yep.
Any cool stories around that song and tape release or Dre D at all?
You know what, man? I can't remember any fun stuff because I spent most of my time in the studios.
For sure.
Now, when they went out to do that, now they may have their fun time.
Right. Yeah, okay. All right.
But by that time, man, I had shrunk my world down. It was strictly you come to my recording studio, we do the beats, but I can talk to you about the process. So the process would be that I would just make an empty beat. You rap to it. If they had a rap, they would tell me the tempo. Okay, what's the tempo? And then I would actually utilize the rhythms and the cadence of their rap to influence how I was going to make the music of the song.
That's cool.
And people back then, they were like, man, nobody around here is making beats how you do it. They either had a beat that was already made and you'd listen to it and you rapping. Now, years later, I would get into that. I would just make beats and say, hey, listen to that, I like it. But everything that we did was right there on scratch. And we would do it probably, if they had their rap down, and that was a requirement of mine, don't come in here without no rap.
Okay.
You're just wasting my time. If you're paying me just for a block set of time, you come in here with your rap ready. If your rap not ready, don't come.
Damn.
Don't come. So once they got there, I would make the beat. Or they would rap. I get their cadence. I get the tempo. They'd rap. And sometimes I'll have them lay a verse, and then I tell them, y'all go away. I come back. They come back. I have something ready. How you guys like that? They'll say it's either dope or this or whatever. And then we would start tinkering. Then we do this. And then Alvin D would then come in. Okay, I want to add this. Well, what about that? Then it became a collaboration. And normally everything, I started with the bass line first.
Okay.
Everything was bass line first. Bump and T. Kick, boom, 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 boom. And then after that, then it's the bass line. And then we add everything else on top of it. But the rap was the most important thing. that gave me my energy. Let me hear your cadence. Let me hear what you're talking about. Let me hear like that. And then normally we would do a song. We can do one song. If the rappers had their stuff down, 4 hours. Normally I did it in 4 hour blocks. So majority of those songs we did start to finish 4 hours.
One song,
One song,
4 hours. Yeah,
4 hours.
have it all polished and
Done.
dang.